Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to have another young Indian with us, part of the Voice of the Young series. Right now, we have with us Aarohan, or sometimes people just say Aarohan. Let's listen to Aarohan. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on your show. Like, as we had that conversation before recording, that I still consider I don't have any kind of achievements to be on your show. But yeah, but thanks for giving me the opportunity. Yes. So yeah, a little background about me. Uh, I grew up. I grew up in Guwahati, which is a city in Assam. I did my schooling there, like 12 years of my schooling. I did it in my hometown actually. And then I came to Calcutta to pursue my undergraduate studies in economics from a fairly renowned college, which is Scottish Church College under the University of Calcutta. uh, the past 3 years of my life have been really amazing in the sense that uh, I did pursue my academics. I was serious about it, but at the same time, I also had a great time with my friends here. Like there was a, I wouldn't get into like personal details or something, but there was a time when I was kind of a person who just used to stay at home, and I used to um, yeah, I was active in my, like I used to do household chores and a lot of those stuffs. I was active in that way, but I did not have that kind of interactions about academics or something for a for a year, I would say, because I had a drop year after my 12th. So coming to Calcutta was kind of a change to me. And what I found like great about this city is that although it's not like it used to be, but there are people who are interested about the subject economics in particular, and uh, about academics and career in general. So the environment here really pushed me to do well in my academics. I had friends in my batch who are also going to good places for their masters. And yeah, I think I did not mention it here. I'm fortunate enough to be selected uh, selected at the Delhi School of Economics, and also had offers from places like IGIDR, JNU, and IIT Kanpur. So uh, the environment in Kolkata really helped me. I would again emphasize. So yeah, a little bit. I think I did not talk much about my schooling or my, yeah. I sorry again. Yeah. So what I wanted to say was that yeah, having grown up in Assam and Guwahati in particular, I had this. I had this. What should I say? I had this exposure to a lot of different kinds of people. Like in mainland India, we do know that people from different parts of the country like reside in a metropolitan area, let's say, uh, and there are interactions on a daily basis or whatever. But in the environment in Assam and Northeast in general is particularly different from mainland India, I would say, because there isn't a common language or language as such in any of the states. Like if you consider Assam, there is let's say, I think 28% of the people are Bengalis, 60 something percent of people are Assamese, which again have different, let's say, uh, even those people that consider themselves as native speakers of Assamese have different mother tongue, I would say. So, so this kind of diversity is something that I grew up seeing, and I think uh, this, to some extent, this really brings in a different perspective in me, and this helps me to connect with different kinds of people. So yeah, uh, well, my mother tongue is Bengali, but I grew up speaking both Assamese and Bengali in my home as well as with my friends back in Assam. So this is my short introduction. I would say, yeah. So Oh, sorry, sir. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm on mute. Okay. So
Yeah.
why economics?
Yeah, sir. This is a good question again. So, sir, I was in the science stream. I had like the subjects like physics, chemistry, maths, English, computer science. Well, I chose science in my HS because I knew it would open up a lot of opportunities to me. Like, I did have economics somewhere in my mind, but uh, in my hometown, it's not very common to study economics in the science stream. Like in Kolkata, it is. I've seen my friends; they had economics in their in science stream as well. But for me, I could not opt for economics. Rather, I chose computer science because I had heard that most of the well-paid jobs were in computer science. So why not see how like what's there in the subject actually? Although it was on a very introductory level in the HS level, but I did enjoy computer science. But somewhere deep inside me knew that like engineering or sorry, at one point of time I was very interested in physics. Okay, sir, I was very interested in physics, but I did realize that I wanted some social bent of a subject, like a subject which also has a social element. Like I could not imagine my life like studying black holes or something all my life. So, although I was interested in it at one point of time. So, like and I came across this subject and found that it's a subject that studies human behavior, uh, like human behavior on a micro level as well as on the macro level, as well as the mathematical sophistication that's there in the subject is something that intrigued me. Like, how can even we how do we even mathematically formulate people's choices? Let's say in particular, people's choices, or let's say how a producer decides on the production levels. So these were the initial seeds that sowed the interest in me, and also I think during somewhere around the end of my higher secondary, I was more inclined into politics and like social things. So, and I came to know that this economic systems play the most important role in a political system, let's say. Like I was interested in the debates on which economic system uh, like has been able to achieve more economic progress for a country. I was interested in the ideological debates among like communism, socialism, capitalism, and these were the initial things that intrigued me towards economics. And later, when I started my undergraduate studies, like I went on to a formal study of the subject. Like as we do in microeconomics, we have consumer theory, production theory, then pricing, monopoly pricing, and yeah, it was around the time when we started studying monopoly pricing and this information things, asymmetric information, all those stuffs. It's around that time when I actually decided that this is something I'm going to do because I was getting interested into the nitty gritties of the subject. Well, to be honest, initially I was more interested in macroeconomics. As I just said, I was more interested about the political systems, like how um, on a macro scale an economy is organized, how different kind of systems bring in different kind of outcomes. So these were the initially these things intrigued me, uh, but over time I also got interested in microeconomics, as I just said, mostly in the information domain, and also later on studied a bit of game theory. So these kind of so I'm again, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna go for higher, I mean, even higher studies in economics, like for a PhD or something. But there's this possibility that I might go for a PhD or something in the future.
Okay, so you really loved it at your college there, right?
Yes, sir. I
This,
did love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and economics became in your heart, in your vein. You say, okay, this is it. Okay,
Yeah.
so then, so you applied to so many places and you got in. So obviously, you did very well in those tests, and obviously very well in
Yeah,
your
sir.
college,
Yeah,
right?
sir.
Okay,
Uh,
wonderful. So now, what is your future for you?
sir, again,
And how did you study hard? I mean,
yeah,
tell
sir.
the young people what
Yes,
you
sir.
did.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
something I would want to share, and I think it's somewhat different from what normally you would get to hear.
yeah.
Sir, first of all, I did not enroll in any of those coaching institutes
Hmm.
that that provide coaching services for these entrance tests. Part of the reason was, let's say, yeah, there was a financial reason, of course, and secondly, I believe um, at present we have access to so much information. Like if we can carefully figure out what which information are useful to us, we one a student can prepare themselves as well,
Okay.
provided he has a good teacher, like a teacher who is physically accessible. Sometimes that student might have some doubts, so in that case you might need a teacher. And I think it's not necessary to enroll in a proper coaching program or something. Yeah, of course, again I would add on to here that if somebody is trying like targeting ISI's MSQ program, I think coaching becomes a necessary at some point, because the level of the paper, especially in the second paper, the PEB paper, it's a bit tougher than what is taught in the undergraduate syllabus. So I would not comment on that. But if we take the other exams like the CUET, or the IIT JAM exam or GATE, all these exams can be approached with a uh, proper uh, self study augmented by resources that are available on the internet, as well as, again, the classic way doesn't go away so easily. The books are like a boon for all kinds of exams, like, and even for mastery of a subject. So the classic textbooks should not be ignored. But yeah, once the examinations are near, people should like students should orient themselves more like with the kind of questions that are being asked. But yeah, if one studies their undergraduate syllabus properly, like for their university exams, and then uh, uh, look into the past year problems of the entrance tests, I think one can ace the exams.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, you must be one of the exceptions because I've also heard from people who said they took a drop year to just study, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
my
sir.
heart was,
Yeah, sir. Like I made sure that I don't have I don't have to take another drop year, because I had a drop year after 12th. So at that time, I was preparing for the engineering entrance tests and all those things. And also, I would not discuss it entirely, but had some like health crisis in my family. So I could not devote all my time to the entrance preparations. So, but yeah, whatever happened, I'm not, I'm happy about it. Like, it happened for a good cause. Like, I figured out what I wanted to study, like, in as a profession. And so, yeah, sir, that's it, sir. Yeah. So
okay.
yes, I did. Yeah.
So when
Yes,
do
sir.
your classes start?
Sir, we are informed that classes are starting on 1st August.
First
First,
August, so late.
yeah, 1st August at BSc.
So you are still in, where are you now?
Sir, presently I'm in Kolkata, so, but I have my train to Delhi tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Because
for a few days, I'm staying at a relative's place there,
yeah.
and by that time I'll go about hunting for flats.
Okay.
So,
All
and
right.
because Delhi University has a shortage of hostels, and also the
Yes.
hostel allotments are made very late.
Yeah.
It's late into October or something. So it'll be difficult for me to like stay at a relative's place for so long. So
No. Okay.
I have to
And
find a place. So
and do you
I'm
get a scholarship to go there, or you are paying for it?
Sir, I'm right now I'm paying for it, but I've heard there's a scholarship at DSC, which
Okay.
is like DSC has a collaboration with IDFC First Bank, and they like grant this scholarship to a limited number of students based on family income levels or something, and I think I'll be eligible for that. But let's see what happens. I think once I step into DSC, all these things would be more clear to me.
Okay. All right. So, and what tips do you have for young people who are in the 11th or 12th or first year of BA and so on? So,
Uh,
I mean, maybe not just in your college, but all around. What general tips?
Yes, sir. Sir, I would say, like, it's obvious that you have to study. Like, there's no shortcut to hard work or all these things. But I think having a having a peer pressure, positive peer pressure. Like, if you have friends around you who are also passionate about what you're doing, and if they are doing well, I think that gives you a push, not in a negative way, like why is that, like why is my friend doing well, not that kind of a feeling, but he is doing well, I should also work harder and do like better than what I'm doing right now. So this played a role in my preparation. I had my friends who are also going to places like IGIDR, IIT Roorkee. So that is something, yeah, like a positive peer pressure. And I would say uh, having a social life in college helps. like you're not supposed to completely cut away from having a normal social life and just be a like some people are by nature uh, like uh, what should I say, uh, prefers spending time alone. That's a different case. But I believe, in general, like having a good social life at college, or having some friends you can hang out with, or sometimes just sit and chat over, like if you're, let's say your preparation is not going on the right track or something. If you sit with your friends for a day and just have fun, let's say, or you go out somewhere, then that kind of refreshes your mind, and you can go back to studying and grilling once again. That's what I believe. Because having taken a drop year after 12th, I did realize that it's very difficult to uh, like prepare for an exam that's in nature difficult, and and not having a social life. So again, sir, I also mentioned that it really depends on the kind of person one is. But for someone like me, I'm not really like a traditional extroverted kind of a person. I'm slightly reserved, but still, I do believe that having a good social life helps. And other things that I would like to mention is just like I would say the future aspirants, the students who are going to apply in the future, to not just study the subject with the intention of just I'll get a good job or something. I think again it's understandable. Job is something that we all like. Even I would prefer to get a good job soon. But I think if you keep studying the subject at a certain point, you'll uh, start loving, like you start loving it. Like it might not happen with everybody, but I do believe that once you are in like love with the subject, it gets easier. It gets easier to study, like sit long hours and prepare for. all the examinations and whatever.
Okay, wonderful. I think we are pretty much coming to an end. So let's have the final word from you. Your final thoughts, your message to the world. This is Aarohan's view.
So, so what should I say here? I would say uh, be aware about your surroundings. Like in this age of uh, information and like digital devices, people have access to like information that are sometimes not necessary for us. Like it's and like there is an online world out there which is good to be a part of, but I think a lot of young minds are somehow more into the digital world and less into the social realm. So I think uh, one one should be aware of their surroundings, like observe people's behavior from a first person's perspective, uh, and like just look at the problems that are out there in this country, in our country. So uh, and I'm pretty sure if you just observe the condition of your city or town for a single day, let's say on a local railway station or even at a government hospital, it's very unlikely that something will not touch you.
Hmm.
So that's the thing, sir. Be more aware about your surrounding, about your environment, and bring a balance between the online world and the real world.
Okay, all right, that's a wonderful thought. Aarohan, let's end it here today. I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Till then, bye everybody.